Hello everybody. In this time we are talking about strategic planning. Strategic planning is a process in which an organization's leaders define their vision for the future and identify their organization's goals and objectives. The process includes establishing the sequence in which those goals should be realized so the organization can reach its stated vision. Strategic planning is forward looking. It differs from traditional business planning, which typically focuses on short term tactical goals such as how a budget is divided up. The time covered by a business plan can range from several months to several years. The product of strategic planning is a strategic plan. It is often reflected in a plan document or other media. These plans can be easily shared, understood, and followed by various people, including employees, customers, business partners, and investors. And then we move to the strategic planning process. The development and execution of strategic planning are typically viewed as consisting of being performed in three critical steps. The first steps, strategy formulation. In the process of formulating a strategy, a company will first assess its current situation by performing an internal and external audit. The purpose of this is to help identify the organization's strengths and weaknesses, as well as opportunities and threats, and it is famous with SWOT analysis. As a result of the analysis, managers decide on which plans or markets they should focus on or abandon, how to best allocate the company's resources, and whether to take actions such as expanding operations through a joint venture or merger. And then the second, strategy implementation. After a strategy is formulated, the company needs to establish specific targets or goals related to putting the strategy into action and allocate resources for the strategy's execution. The success of the implementation stage is often determined by how good a job upper management does in regard to clearly communicating the chosen strategy. And then the third, strategy evolution and strategy evaluation. Any savvy business person knows that success today does not guarantee success tomorrow. As such, it is important for managers to evaluate the performance of a chosen strategy after the implementation phase. And then, why strategic planning is worth your time. The first reason, Focus your efforts. A strategic plan will help understanding your entire company is headed, helps you make more thoughtful decisions that support your end goal. Strategic planning also ensures that every project has a clear, measurable outcome which allows you to demonstrate how specific projects contribute to the overall plan. And then the second, boost alignment. Employees don't appreciate being in the dark or having zero due about how their day to day influences the company's growth. With a strategic plan, everyone on your team knows what they're working toward. Be sure to document your strategic plan and make it easily accessible so that anyone can refer back to it for clarification. And then the third, improve your communication. Imagine all of the wires that would be crossed and the confusion that would happen in this scenario. You provided directions to have a co-worker pull the quarterly financial statements, and however they thought they were learning how to log that month's check numbers. And then, how often should strategy planning be done? There are no uniform requirements to dictate the frequency of a strategic planning cycle. However, there are common approach. The first, quarterly reviews. Once per quarter is usually a convenient time frame to revisit assumptions made in the planning process and gauge process and progress by checking metrics against the plans. And then the second, annual reviews. A yearly review lets businesses leaders assess metrics for the previous 4 quarters and make informed adjustments to the plan. Timetables are always subject to change. Time should be flexible and tailored to the needs of a company. For example, a startup in a dynamic industry might revisit its strategic plan monthly. A major business in a well established industry might opt to revisit the plan less frequently. And then, where and when to use strategic planning. In addition to the initial startup phase, strategic planning can be a helpful process throughout the life of a business. In general, the decision about exactly when or how often to engage in strategic planning is specific to each organization. Some organizations engage in strategic planning annually or biennially, adjusting goals and strategies throughout as needed. In education, for example, schools develop strategic plans annually. They are usually generated in the late spring and are based on the previous school year students' performance. The financial sectors, however, often align strategic planning to quarterly financial reporting cycles. Strategic planning can also be beneficial for organizations during any of the circumstances. The first, changing industry trends or economic market. Second, following a change in senior leadership. Third, following a merger with another organizations. And fourth, before the launch of a new product or brands of the business. I think it is enough of this session. Thanks for watching, and don't forget give this channel with your like, comment, subscribe, and share. Thank you.